Howdy there, you beautiful people over at YouTube. It's Rain here, and I've got a Fate Reforged draft for you guys. This is not my first Fate Reforged draft, however, it's the first one I'm recording, the first one I'm going to upload, so take that for what it is. This pack is interesting. There's this 7-drop, which is vulnerable to removal, vulnerable to being extremely, extremely slow. However, as much as I actually think that Bathe in Dragonfire or perhaps Jeskai Runemark is the correct pick, or probably Ethereal Ambush actually over both of those. Yeah, Bathe in Dragonfire or Ethereal Ambush I think is the right pick. However, I'm going to take Atarka just to test to see how good it is. And you'll find me doing that a lot with certain rares that I open. I just want to play test them, see if they're good or not. This one's interesting. If we took one of the blue cards out of the first pack, this pack would be quite sweet because blue is great. Jeskai Runemark, Jeskai Sage, Whisk Away, Wool of the Naga, all pretty good cards. Given that we have a red-green card and we're kind of committed in on this sort of two-color combination, the two cards that I'm considering here are Thornwood Falls to potentially move us into Temur and having 3 colors, and Abzan Kinguard, which is not great considering the fact that I'm not set up to play white or black. I could also take Hunt the Weak, but I think I'm just going to take this Thornwood Falls. Most of these green cards are filler, this red card is irrelevant. So I'll set myself up to be able to splash splash blue. Out of this pack, it's pretty easy Formless Nurturing. Just a 4-mana 3/3 is already good, has some +1/+1 counter synergies. In addition, if you hit a creature, it's pretty awesome. However, I take that back because there's a Crux of Fate in this pack, and I'm not passing a Wrath effect, especially not one that's so good. So yeah, never mind. We're taking the Crux of Fate. This pack is pretty sweet. There's a Hooded Assassin to stick along with this black plan. However, I don't hate moving in on green. I have a Thornwood Falls, and potentially I could splash even red. But ending up in Sultai is definitely a fine place for me, and black-green I think is a very powerful color combination. So picking up a Beastmaster or Guide here is actually kind of what I'm looking at. I think Guide is just kind of better than Beastmaster. Beastmaster is better in a lot of these black-green decks because you can play turn 1 Disowned Ancestor or turn 2 Archer's Parapet. Just follow it up with a Beastmaster and just draw a ton of cards for very little cost. Actually, it may be worth testing it, because this is the color combination for Abzan Beastmaster. If I really want to find out how good this card is, it's maybe the time to take it. It's just in competition with 2 very good cards, but I'm going to try it. Whisper of the Wilds, amazing, amazing card. Very easy pick here. Dowsing Gloom would be the card I would take past that, and a second Thornwood Falls would not be horrendous. But it's a very easy Whisper. It doesn't really matter that this card is a 0/2, it's just 2 mana ramp, which is excellent. Also works decently with Abzan Beastmaster. Sandstep Outcast is really, really good, however, it's not really where I want to be. I don't want to move into a 4th color, and yeah, that's pretty much my reasoning. I don't want to move in on a 4th color. I'm already looking to play green-black and splashing either blue or red. Adding white into that equation is just too much. In terms of green and black cards, the only really playable one here is Hunt the Weak, so that's probably the one I'm going to take. Sultai Emissary is probably the best card in this pack anyway, so yeah, definitely easy Sultai Emissary. It's even a warrior, if that matters. We'll find out. So far I have a fairly decent start. I expect actually this Abzan Beastmaster will do a lot of work for me, so and I do have just, a Wrath effect and a very powerful color combination that is also kind of slow, so this Crux of Fate is doing a lot of work here, so I'm very happy that I saw that third pick. Six, seven. This next pack is the last one that I haven't seen, and then it's going to be a decent pack followed by a really bad one. Basically, 3 packs from now I won't be surprised to just pick up nothing. Last one I haven't seen, it has a Grim Contest. Lovely. This card is excellent. It helps encourage this sort of Toughness Matters theme with Abzan Beastmaster, where I can pick up Disowned Ancestors and Archer's Parapets and just go to work with my straight up removal. So, yeah, good value. And it's a good sign that the black-green deck is open. If the 4th or 5th pick Abzan Beastmaster didn't give that away, this Grim Contest making it so far is definitely a sign. There's a Jungle Hollow and a Rite of Undoing if I wanted to splash that. Not really the colors for Jeskai Runemark, though it's the best card remaining in this pack by quite a bit. Not a fan of these archers, so it's between Jungle Hollow and Rite, and I think I'm just going to take the Jungle Hollow. I'm not as big a fan of this Rite card as a lot of people are, so yeah. Wow! Second Grim Contest? Yeah, sign me up. Sign me up, and again. Green is very, very open, which is a little surprising given how good green is. But yeah, I will take a second Grim Contest. It looks like I'm definitely kind of wanting to splash blue more than I'm looking to splash white, but taking Blossoming Sands is not out of the question. The question is whether Blossoming Sands and the potential white splash is better than just a generic 4 mana 3/3. Given the fact that I actually give this thing lifelink, I totally forgot. Actually, it's a close pick between Kingguard and Grim Contest out of that last pack, but yeah, it's definitely Kingguard here. What? How did Anok Guide wheel? That's insane. I could take Rugged Highlands for the Tarka splash, or I could take a Hunt the Weak. I think I'm going to grab the Rugged Highlands. I already have 2 Grim Contests, which kind of counteract with Hunt the Weak and the fact that they do the same thing. And Grim Contest, I think, does it better because it's instant speed and costs 1 less mana. So potentially playing the Satarka could be interesting. Jund in every format, baby. Hilariously, this would be the second Jund deck I've drafted out of the 3 drafts I've done with this set. I could take a Bloodsoaked Champion here. It's not ideal. I definitely want to be a slower deck with Abzan Beastmaster, Grim Contests. Definitely just want to encourage playing, and Crux of Fate for that matter, definitely just want to encourage playing a slower game and a more value drawn out game. For that reason, I don't like Dreadmaw because it's not really doing anything. Dutiful Return's a little too slow for me, and I'm kind of a fan of Smoke Teller. Maybe I even end up with blue instead of red. I could also take Rugged Highlands instead of Smoke Teller, but actually that's a decent decision. Given that the last Rugged Highlands wheeled, I'm suspecting that this one would too, but I just don't think Smoke Teller is really that good. Yeah, I'm going to take the Rugged Highlands. Black-green out of this pack, there's Unyielding Krumar, Highland Game, Longshot Squad. Nothing I'm really looking to splash in this pack. The best cards, Feet of Resistance, or Abzan Falconer. They're both... Falconer's better than Feet, but white is definitely the best in this pack. I'm going to be taking a Longshot Squad here. It has some synergies with Hunt the Weak if I want to play that. It has some synergies with the Anok Guide and some other cards, so should be good. Disowned Ancestor is MVP in this deck, so is Archer's Parapet. I think I'm going to grab this Disowned Ancestor. It gives me something to do turn 1 and turn 2 if I don't have something. And also, I can pick up a Kintree Invocation potentially and just have the nuts of turn 1 Disowned Ancestor, turn 2 Kintree turn 3 either Grim Contest or Absent Beastmaster. Disowned Ancestor is just a really nice card. And the Archer's Parapet is almost certainly going to wheel, so that's another consideration. I'm going to take the Woolly Loxodon here, good old King of the Morphs. Tuskguard Captain, wonderful card. Very happy to see it, and just more indication that green is open. Has synergies again with Anok Guide, has synergies with Longshot Squad. I don't have any of the manifest the top card of your library and put a counter on it, but Tuskguard Captain is just a great card anyway. Ugh. As of right now, I don't have any Delve cards, but I don't have a lot of stuff to enable Delve. Most of my stuff is very sticky, and that's kind of the point of the green-black deck. So Become Immense is not really where I want to be. Smoke Teller is a generic 2-drop, but that might be good enough. I honestly don't think it is. Maybe I take Snowhorn Rider and potentially splash it. I do have a 1 blue land right now, so there's a chance. I think there's a better chance I play that Rider than anything else. Heir of the Wilds this late, more indication that green is open. It's wonderful to see. Archer's Parapet, great card, as I was kind of mentioning. Works amazingly with Grim Contest, and I have 2 of those, and it works great with Absent Beastmaster, which I have 1 of, but you know, it blocks for days, it kills things with Grim Contest, and it draws me cards. So yeah, also helps me stall with this Crux of Fate. Could take the Dreadmaw. Probably not playing it. May play this Dutiful Returner sided in. I'm still on pack 2, thank God, because 15 playables is appropriate for pack 2, but not pack 3, let me tell you that. So yeah, it's between Dreadmaw, Dutiful Return, Smoke Teller, and odds are I'm not playing any of them. I really don't need any low drops at this point. I'm just gonna take a Dutiful Return for the board. Yeah. If my opponent's playing a really slow game. Both the good blue cards from this pack made it back around, and none of the white cards made it back, so kind of glad I'm not in white, just to say that. Not really looking to splash any of these blue cards. And in terms of these 2 cards, not really happy about either of them. I suppose there's a higher chance I play this Krumar, but it's virtually 0 anyway. Let's not lose to Trumpet Blast. I'll take this Naturalize out. Abomination isn't a terrible splash. No, Rotting Mastodon isn't a terrible card either. This will help encourage me to pick up like a Thornwood Falls or something like that. Holy crap, why did I think I could play Snowhorn Rider? Oh, I'm so sorry guys, I totally blanked. It's definitely Abomination, that's the blue splash card. Ooh, so many sad faces and so many tears. The Sarkin is probably the best bomb, if not the second best in cons. This pack is horrendous for me. There's a Rotting Mastodon and Awaken the Bear. I'd probably play the Awaken the Bear, but it's not really something I'm going to first pick. As much as I don't encourage hate drafting, it might be appropriate to take the Sarkin out of this pack. It's either Sarkin or Awaken the Bear. Yeah, still making your deck incrementally better is probably better than hating out the Sarkin. But it's actually pretty close. If this were an FNM, it'd be easy. I'd take the Sarkin because it's worth money. I'll take the Awaken. Wow! Super profit. Rakshasa Death Dealer. the best card, especially since I am pure black-green. Beautiful. How many warriors do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 warriors? That's almost enough for Raider Spoils. How easily do I get Ferocious? Not easily. So it's between Skull Hunter, Raider Spoils, Dragon Scalp. I think I'm gonna pick up the Raider Spoils. 6 warriors is close to 7, which is where I consider Raider Spoils quite good. Though I could take the Skull Hunter, it's really good with the Ancestor. It's just a good 2-drop in general. Yeah, I'll take the Skull Hunter. Kentry Invocation, the card I was talking about. Wonderful card, works great with Disowned Ancestor, works great with Archer's Parapet, even though that's a little slower. But it's definitely the #1 card I was looking to get. Sagu Archer works great in this deck. Abzan Beastmaster, as I was kind of mentioning, Grim Contests, Kentry Invocation, things with high toughness. This is a toughness matters sort of deck. Sagu Archer does a great job at blocking flyers and also does a great job at having a lot of toughness and stalling out the game, which I love. Longshot Squad, fine pickup. So we have a deck. We have a great deck. This deck is insane. Exactly the sort of thing I would like to play in any draft. See, now we can just pick up the Awaken the Bear. It might make the cut. We definitely didn't have to pick it up before then. We could take an Opulent Palace here that's really late. Biggest question on my mind is, do I want to play this Abomination or this Atarka, whatever. And I think it's kind of tough because Atarka is actually just really something I want to try, and I do have 2 lands for it already. Opulent Palace is making the cut no matter what, though. I do have enough playables at this point that I could just pick it up. I can make that decision later on. Rotting Mastodon's 5 sideboard card. Might even make the main deck, it just has a ton of toughness. CDC's Pet, another card that actually does have a lot of toughness, and that might make the main. We'll see. I haven't naturalized. I never have encountered a situation where I wanted to, so I'm just going to take out this Act of Treason. CDC's Pet, Rotting Mastodon. Definitely not playing 2 of either of those. The thing about Rotting Mastodon is I kind of like the fact that it has 8 toughness. Of Grim Contest, just absolute blowout. Kentry Invocation, so good. Smoke Teller's not making the cut. An Abzan Beastmaster, guaranteed draw with both of these on the board. I think CDC's Pet's not making the cut. And I think I'm cutting 1 more card and then thinking about my splash. I think it's either Awaken the Bear or Hunt the Weak. I think it's Awaken the Bear. Hunt the Weak at least has some +1 counter synergy. You get like my Lockstone, Reach, or Trample, for instance. And is more removal, which is something I'm kind of lacking. So yeah, this deck is wonderful. I need to put in 1 more card, and the choice is between Abomination, which is a very, very easy splash, because if you don't get your blue, you just have a Morph guy anyway, and Atarka. And for this splash, I need to take a look at how many 3-drops I have, or just generally how fast I can ramp. I'm going to play the Abomination. I do want to try Atarka. For the sake of testing, I'm going to play Atarka. I could also play Abomination, actually. There's a card I don't like in my deck. No, I'm kind of fine with all these cards. And Atarka has a nice upside with Crux. And besides, Jund in every format, baby. Like, how can I say no? It is a pretty free abomination. Maybe I like it more than Longshot Squad? Do I have enough 4-drops? Kinda? No, I like this deck as is. I'm gonna leave it. So yeah, I have 2 red sources, which is fine for my 1 red 7-drop. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4 green sources, 2 black sources, which seems fairly appropriate to just divide the mana out equally at this point. I do have an extra, but let's put 6 and 6 in first. So I have 8 black sources for 5 black cards and, sorry, 6, 7, 8, 9 black cards. And I have 10 green sources for a very heavy green deck. I do also have a Whisper of the Wilds. I think I want an extra swamp, strangely enough. Like, the vast majority of my green cards are... No, I want an extra... No, I want an extra swamp. It's close. The argument for an extra swamp is the fact that it makes my Rakshasa Death Dealer much better, and it helps ensure that I can cast my black spells, especially on time, like Disowned Ancestor, Mardu Skull Hunter want to be cast early on. The argument for an extra green is I have an Anok Guide, which can help me search out swamps if I really need them. The argument for actually adding a red is I can search out a mountain if I need it for my Atarka. All 3 I think are legitimate arguments, but I'm not playing more than 2 red sources, so I'm not going to play an extra mountain. I think evening things out, especially for like a Kentry Invocation turn 2, to just blow things out, is awesome. Well, look at that. The last deck I played was my last Jund deck. Alright, I'll be back for gameplay, guys.